I was born in Pittsburgh in 1922. My grandfather bought a house in the midst of the steel mill industry, and there were immigrants. There were mostly Italians, Hungarians, and I grew up in that atmosphere where it was integrated. We were the only home of color on that street until 1927. We all went to Alderdice High School for the 10th, 11th, and 12th grade. And that's when I really first ran into any prejudice. Playing on a basketball team, they wouldn't throw the ball to me. But when I'd get it, I would just take it down and score. During that time, there were no African Americans in baseball, basketball, football, tennis, or any other. And so I ran track, and that's where I really built my foundation to keep going. When I was 14 years old, my mother took me to see and listen to Jesse Owens speak. And as I met him, he was very cordial. He was a pleasant man. I'm 14, he's 23. And as we were walking out of the building, he put his arms around me. It just so happened. And I told him what I did the 100 in, what I did the broad jump at the time. That's a long jump. And he said, "You did better than me," but I didn't know he was lying through his teeth. And he said, "But get an education." So we became friends. He was like a big brother. I won the state championship in the 100, 220, and the broad jump because of Jesse Owens. He was my kind of idol at the time. I was invited to a lot of schools, and then like West Virginia, when they saw that I was African American, they didn't have a scholarship for me. So it kind of infuriated me, so I went to Xavier. We were the first predominantly African American school to win a relay at the pin relays. I left at Xavier to go help my dad in business during World War II because he couldn't get help. The Olympics in 1948, number one, the city. The city was London, England. They hadn't had an Olympic Games for 12 years, not since '36 because of World War II. When we got to the Olympic Games, at the Olympic Village, they put us 8 African Americans in one Quonset, little Quonset. And that was the Royal Air Force Barracks. And that's where we stayed. Well, we were determined to win. We thought we'd be 1, 2, 3. And an Australian got in the middle. We weren't completely satisfied because we wanted to be the first African American group to win 1, 2, and 3 at the Olympic Games. We won 1 and 3. Our motivation was to show the world that we could compete. There were no endorsements for us or recognition. In fact, my neighbor said, "Where you been the last couple of weeks, Herb?" They didn't even know I'd gone to the Olympics. It's interesting. I am the oldest African American medalist, Olympic medalist, and Gabby Douglas is the youngest. Our surnames are the same. Sports Illustrated tried to do a story to see if we actually were relatives, and they couldn't go no further than my great-grandfather. We can't find the exact lineage between Gabby Douglas and Herb Douglas. The only thing that can really put us together is I was a city champ in tumbling, and I could do backflips and all like that in junior high and senior high. So we do have that in relation. And she suggested that we should get a swab for DNA. I don't know.